Let's talk about the Netflix series that's making waves, Adolescence. This show isn't just another crime drama. It sheds light on some of the very real challenges modern families face in today's digital world. I'm Danny, Troomi's digital content manager. Thanks for stopping by our channel. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content focused on parenting in the digital age. Adolescence tells the story of a 13-year-old Jamie Miller, a seemingly average kid who gets arrested for the murder of his classmate, Katie Leonard. As the story unfolds, we learn how Jamie's exposure to social media misuse, online radicalization, and a lack of digital boundaries contribute to the devastating event. The show is sparking important conversations around the dinner table, on social, and today we want to use it to kickstart a conversation about what you can do to help your kids navigate the digital world safely. Now, a quick note. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't watched it yet, consider this your heads up. The series depicts this tragic event in 4 specific episodes, all shot in one take. Episode 1, the Millers are blindsided with the arrest of Jamie, and ends with the evidence being shared with Jamie and his father. Episode 2, set 3 days after the arrest, is about the police trying to get more information about the murder and the murder weapon whereabouts. The investigator's son, who actually also attends a school, shares the truth behind emojis on the social media post targeted towards Jamie. Episode 3, set 7 months after the arrest, depicts an independent therapist who is trying to understand Jamie's understanding, is left shocked by the troubled teen and his twisted view on the world and himself. Episode 4, set 13 months after the arrest, shows how the Miller family is still trying to understand what went wrong, especially after Jamie tells them he's deciding to plead guilty. With all that in mind, one of the hardest truths in parenting is realizing that you can make all the right choices, but challenges can still arise. This isn't meant to scare you. It's a reminder that parenting in the digital age isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, aware, and ready to adapt. So let's talk about the 5 powerful strategies that can make a difference in your child's digital life, inspired from Adolescence. Number 1, monitoring online activities. Jamie's descent into toxic online communities shows the risk of unsupervised screen time. As parents, it's crucial to be aware of where our kids are spending their time online and who they're interacting with. Now, Troomi phones simplify this. With no social media and built-in content filtering, you can create a safer space for your kids to learn and connect. Plus, you see who they're talking to and what they're talking about. We recommend being transparent with your child about this monitoring. It will help them check themselves online and help spark important conversations when needed. Number 2, set clear digital boundaries. The show highlights what happens when screen time goes unchecked. Clear rules like no phones or computers in bedrooms or setting daily usage limits can help kids focus on real-world connections and activities. You could help encourage boundaries by using products like Arrow, a wireless charging box at night, or Griffin, a family-first wireless router. With Troomi's parent portal, setting screen time limits is easy. You can even see how much time your child spends on each app and in each phone call, giving you more information on how they spend their time online. Number 3, foster open communication. Jamie's story underscores a lack of open dialogue at home. Kids need to feel like they can talk about anything, especially when it comes to their online experiences. That's why we built our parent portal to give you a window into their world, including a word cloud of the most commonly used words in messages. It helps you identify shifts in mood or potential red flags without reading every text. Number 4, encourage critical thinking. Kids today are navigating a flood of information. Teaching them to think critically about what they see online helps them to build resilience and make safer choices. Looking for a simple way to build this muscle? Try playing 20 questions at dinner time. When our kids were beginning school, we played this regularly. And at first, they would just guess wildly. But eventually, they learned to ask thoughtful, narrowing questions like, is it smaller than a book? Or, is it a mammal? Now, as they're older, we also pause movies and ask them what they think about the characters' choices, or what might happen if the story went in a different direction. It's all about inviting them to not just passively accept what they see, but to think about and question it. Number 5, promote healthy relationships. One of the saddest aspects of adolescence is how isolated Jamie felt. Social disconnection can make kids more vulnerable to harmful influences online. Encouraging kids to build and maintain real-life friendships can give them the support and belonging they need. At our house, we try not to immediately jump in when our kids are fighting. Instead, we ask, are you working it out or do you need some help? And rather than asking, how was school, we ask more specific questions like, who did you talk to at lunch? Or who did you play with at recess? This helps us show interest in their friends and helps them open up with conversations we wouldn't have had otherwise. Here's a bonus tip: staying curious. Something that surprised me while watching the show is when the parents and police began learning the terms like incel and how kids use emojis to hide bullying. It shows how quickly digital culture evolves and how important it is to stay informed. Kids are naturally curious. As parents, staying curious too is one of the best ways we can support them. So make learning a habit. Set aside time to read about parenting, tech trends, or any topic your child brings up. If your child is into something, ask questions and try to learn about it. It's a chance to connect and ensure what they're exploring is age appropriate. No one is expecting you to be perfect, but staying engaged makes a world of difference. So here's a quick recap of what we talked about. Monitor online activities, set clear digital boundaries, foster open communication, encourage critical thinking, promote healthy relationships, and the bonus tip, stay curious. That's it for today's video. I hope these takeaways from Adolescence let you not only more informed, but also hopeful. There are ways to protect and empower your kids in this digital world. I'd love to hear from you though. How are you building healthy digital habits in your home? And what did you think of Netflix Adolescence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep learning together. And if you've been feeling overwhelmed by your lack of insight to your child's world, you're not alone. Troomi was built to help parents like you feel more confident and connected. So check out the link in the description to see how our safe smartphones and parenting tools can support your family.